And good afternoon to you, everybody. I am doing for you the White Rabbit song commentary. If you may notice, my voice is a little bit shot because I've been working on my own record, and I did some rather irresponsible shouting yesterday and blew my voice out, and it really hurts, which is pretty much the cardinal sin of singers, is to lose your voice. Very unprofessional indeed. Anyway, so I've been working on some stuff, and I wanted to take a break and do our song commentary. So I'm just going to go, as always, go through this track by track. And so let's start at the top. This was the first song I ever did where I used the Arturia drum brute impact, which is on the floor. I know I usually do work on the floor. I've got stands, but I just don't really like to use them. I like to sit down and hover over my shit. And make a big mess. But, so the drum brute impact was used with the Mogerfoger cluster flux, but it was on the chorus setting for this one. I usually use it on the flange setting, but it was on the chorus setting. And well, you know what? It's actually a really cool little piece of gear. I don't have it plugged in or switched on right now, but a little close look at it. It's incredibly user-friendly, and it sounds great. And the really cool thing about it is the FM drum, because I don't know, the way that you can, there's something about the decay on the kick and the FM drum when they play with each other. They kind of get tangled and braided into each other, and if you tweak a few things over here, the kick kind of goes a bit nuts too. It's actually a really fucking cool machine. I'm all about that. Clusterflex, you guys know this. I fucking use it on everything. So, so that's a little drum brute. But let's listen to what we did here. So, boom. So that's the beginning, and the funny bendy stuff. That's because of the cluster flux. And I did overdrive it a shit ton with my LA610, and also with the cluster flux. I use the drive on there as well. I just like to really push drum machines really, really hard. As long as I don't like overdo everything else. Me? Nah. noise is the FM drum, and I used the tuning of, shit, I can't remember what it was. It was one of the, I have to look again. It was it was the mod pitch on this, which I fucked with to get the tuning. Do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-doom. And there is some octave stuff that happens back here. Let me see if I can find it. That. So all of that pitch is happening because of the mod pitch on the drum brute. So I kind of just like played it by ear. Like, you know, you put on your kind of pitch ears, like when you like when you play your fretless bass or or your theremin, right? So, but it's really fun to do, and I find that, yeah. Anyway, so that's the drum brute. God, that took a long time. I'm sorry. Okay, and then this middle Moog, it's actually the Sub Fatty. No, it's not. It's the Voyager, because I used hard sync on it, and I think the Voyager has the best hard sync. And this is the breakdown bit. Da, 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 da. Right, so there's our hard sync, which, you know, I'm a big fan of hard sync. I think it sounds really fucking cool. I'm still kind of coming to grips with ways to make it unique. Anyway, Fake 909, and I'm also using the Logic auto filter on the snare to give it that pew bit, right? That pew is the auto filter. Okay, big deal. But so I've kind of got these two things panned within battery. Okay. My typical kind of rapid fire John Philip Sousa drums. And then I was hearing a lot of, sorry, I'm talking over it. I was hearing a lot of like synthesized birds, nature noises, what it might sound like to fall down a tunnel into a world like Alice in Wonderland, where, you know, you're a mole playing golf with a flamingo. You know, it's just kind of a strange world where they sort of use things in not quite for their unintended purpose, like flamingos and golf clubs. Yeah, so anyway, I was thinking of this, and then what popped into my mind was the beginning of the Beatles' Tomorrow Never Knows. That pew, 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 pew. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but there's like this really trippy bird-like sound that comes in at the beginning about 5 seconds in, and I just kind of wanted to make this song really quite trippy and drug-induced, and I hope I succeeded. But here are what I was calling the Audie birds. Right? And that's the White Face Mach 1 over there. God, it's a fucking great sounding synth. It's amazing. And this, that kind of gargly, shreddy sound. Maybe I shouldn't sell it. Fuck. I'm like, I don't need another mono synth, but this is so different. Oh God, maybe I should sell something else. Damn it. Anyway. So that's just kind of a top line I was doing with the Audi, and that is going through the MF 101, 104M again, all right? And so, what else have we got? So down here, this isn't terribly interesting, the MIDI stuff, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, which is just the best recreation of a Mellotron. This is the G-Force M-Tron, and it's fucking great. I've been using this for years and years. Okay, and then this, I think, Contact player with the Glockenspiel. The M-Tron Pro is the a combo of the Black Sabbath Orchestra and Mach 2 vintage violins, but I also added a lot more delay into the preset and messed with the filter a little too. I can't just leave it alone, you know? I just have to. Shaker and tambourine's really fucking boring, so I'm gonna skip that. This is the big unison vocal at the end. One man on a chessboard, get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low. So that's the low one. I did them all in one take because I finally made up my mind how to sing it, so being that I am a singer, I should be able to fucking sing a song, right? So I did those. And then I think down here might be the low bits, which is Scalus. Yeah, there they are. I think she'll know. And there's a high one in there somewhere. That's it. That must be the lead. Okay. So that's the backing vocal. It really took me quite a few tries to figure out how to sing this song because, you know, Grace Slick has a 1 in a gazillion million type of voice, you know, and honestly, this is kind of multi-layered. I don't see the point in doing a cover if you're going to imitate somebody. That's a fucking sound alike. It's not a cover. I had something click in my nose. Ooh, 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 oh, I can do that one an octave higher, but not the other one. Right, let's go to the lead, and this is the lead here, okay? I did not comp this, okay? Which is good, you know how much I hate to comp vocals, so. One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do. Okay, you know that, and then here's the second verse. You go chasing rabbits, and you know you're going to fall. Tamahoka, smoking caterpillar has given you So you might have noticed. Beginning, I've got just overdrive and an EQ, Logic overdrive. I love overdriven vocals. I'm a kid of the 90s. So, and then, but once we get to the second verse, I added a little reverb on that, the Space Designer, and I bet that is the vintage reverb thing. Yeah, user default, which is what that is. Well, it's my default. It's not the default. So, let's see. But here's the beginning. Now let's go to the backing vocals that come in. Which is, of course, imitating the guitar part. In case you didn't notice. That's what that is. So, let's just go ahead and light up all these motherfuckers. So I'm gonna actually bring this in with the drums so you know what I'm talking about. So this is the beginning. Okay, then this is the little breakdowny bit, okay, without the drums, that just gets carried by the mellotron. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna light that up too. We shall see. So yeah, this little bit is going for that whole fucking Disney vibe. For those of you that took the sample pack opportunity. You know, creepy Disney shit. And then lastly, this is the Go Ask Gallus thing that kind of parallels the lead right here. Wounds that mother gives you, don't do anything at all. Go ask Gallus when she's 10 feet tall. Alright, that's what that is. I'm going to play it on its own though. And you know what? It's quite simply it's just a delay and the fake ring mod in Logic. Okay, so go ask us when she's 10 feet tall. Okay. Call Alice. When she was just okay. I think we've been over everything. Oh my gosh. What a minimal song. And this is just... Get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low. I think I'm pretending to be Grace Jones there and failing, but trying. You know, can't blame me for trying. So this is the end. So, yeah, this is the ending altogether. If I just may explain, the vocal, I was really kind of going for a very culty, white robe wearing, late 60s hippie Manson family kind of vibe. Okay, and this is the ending, which I really liked. Feed your head. Feed your head. Feed your head. So, yeah, with that ending vocal, I just really wanted to shift gears character-wise from kind of a more authoritative narrator to someone who might have been through a very bad drug trip and her voice is crumbling at the end. Feed your head. All right. So I think that's it, right? There is White Rabbit. And as a reward for sitting through this whole damn thing, guess what the next cover is going to be? So since it is October next month, I've decided, a very special spooky one, which is going to be none other than Bad Moon Rising. Yes, and it's good. I've actually already finished it, and I'm really proud of it. So we will see you guys soon. Bye.